Hello, my name is Jace and this is my slides. Dollar spots. Dollar spot is a fungal organism that looks like brown, dollar-sized areas on turf grass. The host range is most common in turf grasses. For example, it would be creeping bentgrass, annual bluegrass, fine fescue, Bermuda grass. It can infect almost all cool season turf grasses. The pathogen and its life cycle. Chlorella jacksoni is the disease that harms turfgrass. It shows up as a light-colored spot, usually white or light tan on the blades. These spots can grow together and make bigger patches about the size of a dollar coin, hence their name. The disease cycle of dollar spot is polycyclic, so it can infect multiple times during the growing season. The fungus can survive the dormant season in the mycelium or the infected leaf tissue. Once the environmental conditions start to favor the disease again, the fungus can resume its growth and spread things like the wind, rain, or even mouth if it isn't maintained properly. It becomes active in the late spring to early winter when daytime temperatures are between 60 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit and there's prolonged. Some of the signs and symptoms. Dollar spot will look like a small round patch about the size of a silver dollar. The color will look light tan or bleached. In short kept grass, the patches remain small and well defined. In the taller grass, the disease can shape into large and weird shaped areas. Up close on the individual leaves, they appear to have an hourglass shaped band with bleached centers and reddish brown margins. The diagnosis. Hourglass-shaped lesions are a main diagnostic feature that help to determine dollar spot from other foliar turf diseases. For lab confirmation, the samples can be incubated in a humid chamber that would then promote the development of mycelium that then could be seen microscopically. One other detection way is on the molecular level, but that is mainly done in research settings. Disease management and economic impact. For the management portion, you need to maintain proper nitrogen levels. You need to try to work with resistant turfgrass cultivars. The fungicides that are rotated to avoid resistance. Irrigation plan to minimize the amount of time the leaf is wet. Aeration and verticutting to improve the turf's toughness. The economic impact, most costly turfgrass disease in the world. Fungicides are required to treat dollar spots and may even require a mixture of different kinds or constant adaptation due to resistance. Repeated sprays could be required. Labor for spraying and dew removal. Equipment wear and fuel to treat dollar spot. Poor turf quality, which would then reduce your playability on golf courses and can lead to just the overall decrease of the grass. Now, soybean cyst nematode. This pathogen feeds on soybean roots and acts by reducing nutrient uptake and water in the soybean. It can stunt growth, cause chlorosis and yield loss because the roots become damaged and other pathogens can get in. Its host range is it can affect other crops in the legume family, such as green beans, cowpeas, and lepesta. It can also affect a wide variety of weeds like dead needle, henbit, and Canada thistle. The pathogen and its life cycle. Heterodera is a plant parasitic nematode. It is a obligate parasite, which means it has to have living plant tissue for it to be able to complete its life cycle. Its life cycle, the juveniles take over the roots, form feeding sites, and mature into females that produce lots of eggs. When the females die, their bodies harden into cysts that keep their eggs intact for years in the soil. This makes treating this pathogen very difficult. Some of the signs and symptoms. They can be pretty subtle and can resemble nutrient deficiency, soil compaction, or drought stress. Some symptoms are patchy distribution of weak or thin soybean stains, stunted plant growth, chlorosis of the foliage. One of the main signs of soybean cyst nematode is small, white, or yellowish lemon-shaped cysts attached to the soybean roots. These are easily visible to the naked eye, which is how you can distinguish this from another pathogen. The diagnosis of soybean cyst nematode can be challenging, but the visible symptoms are usually subtle or may not even show at all, but can create large yield loss. It can be diagnosed by symptoms like stunted growth, yellowing leaves, uneven patches, root inspection by microscope, or soil testing. Some of the ways to manage the disease. There isn't actually a single way or method to eliminate soybean cyst nematodes. Pest management is required. The best way to manage this disease is to identify the fields that have cysts and monitor egg population, rotate the crops, and to be careful when using resistant soybean varieties. It's important that farm equipment is being cleaned properly. Resistant soybean cultivars can be used with the added caution to prevent buildup. The economic impact is due to this disease being hard to catch, farmers could risk diagnosing it late and losing product because of this. Because the female cysts can survive in the soil for years, this infestation can be extremely hard to manage. Farmers also will have to spend lots of money on resistant variety crop rotation and other treatments to fix their grass. And these are my references. Thanks.